SOLIDWORKS 2013 includes several new enhancements we like to refer to as delighters. They make your time spent in SOLIDWORKS much more enjoyable and productive. Let's start by looking at the File Open dialog box. The folder we're working in contains nearly 300 individual assemblies and part files, making finding the file we need to work on a bit daunting. The new quick picks found in the lower right hand corner make this substantially easier. We can filter out just assemblies, parts, or drawings, or any combination of the three. Additionally, to the right is the ability to find any top-level assemblies. This makes finding that top-level design file much more efficient. The file we're going to be working with is a track setting machine, and for design purposes we've included a set of tracks and ties, as reference geometry like this is often required during the design process. However, it can often lead to misleading information. For example, notice the center of mass is located in the center of this tie. Furthermore, going to the mass properties shows that this assembly weighs in at a hefty 6,091 kilograms. New for 2013 is the ability to classify any part or assembly in a design as an envelope component. This is great for reference geometry, as it doesn't contribute to any of the mass properties in the design, and as we'll see later, doesn't appear in any top-level design data. As you can see, as we've made the change, the center of mass is properly positioned in the center of the design. When we go back to mass properties, we can see that the weight of the assembly is a more respectable 317 kilograms. As mentioned, envelopes don't contribute to top-level design elements. For example, if we open a drawing containing this, it's immediately removed from the bill of material and the view. If we would like to show this reference geometry, we can choose any view and opt to enable the Show Envelope option. Any envelope components will be immediately displayed with the unique phantom line type. Other enhancements to the assembly environment are when dealing with working with multiple subassembly structures. For example, say we want to delete several components. In previous releases of SOLIDWORKS, you would have had to open the individual subassemblies to remove these items. Deleting them while in the top-level assembly would have removed the top-level subassembly they were contained in. We can see in SOLIDWORKS 2013 this is no longer a problem. Navigating through all these subassemblies is also easier. Now, right-clicking on any component and choosing Select Subassembly gives us a hierarchy selection of all the subassemblies that this component resides in. We can quickly choose the appropriate one and open it right up. This makes for opening the right files much faster. If we want to insert multiple components into a design, we used to have to do this one at a time. Now in SOLIDWORKS 2013, we can choose to select multiple components for insertion. This includes combinations of parts and assemblies as well. Once we've chosen the components, positioning them is easy using commonly found mate references. Here we'll go ahead and drop these wheels back onto the assembly design to take a look at the next capability, replacing components. Replace components has been enhanced with the ability to replace components with files of the exact same name but from different folders. We can even switch between parts and assemblies if we so desired. This ensures that if a design changes to a new file, we can quickly swap between them. Another great enhancement is for when dealing with multiple external references. In this assembly, we can see that several components have the telltale arrow behind it. Some users like to remove all the external references before finalizing their design. We can now, at the top-level assembly, choose to recursively either lock or remove all these references. There's also choices to replace the broken references with fixed relationships. In our case, we'll choose to break all the references in this design. Now that we've made changes to this subassembly, let's go back to the top level. We want to look a little bit at managing the complex assembly design trees. Design trees such as this often need to be managed with tools such as folders, a great feature in SOLIDWORKS. Now in 2013, you have the ability to combine any combination of components into a folder regardless of whether or not they're in sequential order. For example, we want to put all these subassemblies into a folder called Design Elements. We can now also create subfolders in here. For example, if we wanted to combine all the routing elements in our design. As you can see, SOLIDWORKS 2013 introduces several new subtle enhancements that make the workflow more enjoyable and more efficient.